solving the murder of a 9-year-old Cantonment boy. Kenny Underwood went missing after a bird hunting trip with his friends in 1981. The search crews found his body hours later, hidden beneath a rotting log.
WEAR Samantha Serban joining us now in the studio. And Samantha, detectives came to you actually asking for help in getting the story out.
Yes, Bob, Sue, we've highlighted these cold cases over the past few months, and some of our stories have actually led to people calling investigators with potential leads. In this case, detectives think finding Kenny's killer is not only possible, but probable. Over the course of 44 years, this Cantonment neighborhood has seen its fair share of changes. New places, new faces. But one piece of its history remains stagnant. The murder of 9-year-old Kenny Underwood, left beaten to death in the woods, is unsolved. More than 4 decades later, many of the same families live in these homes and ask the same questions they did back in 1981. Who killed Kenny and why?
He was a good kid, you know, fun, loved to draw. Just a people person. He was a good, cool kid. I miss him so though.
Edward Underwood was just 18 years old when his nephew was murdered.
It's hard. God knows it's hard.
He remembers his sister, Kenny's mom, worried when her son didn't come home by sundown.
All of us just went out looking for him. And we found him about 2 o'clock that morning in the woods with a log across his neck.
We can say that it's gruesome.
Retired detectives James Larry Hall Jr. and Ted Chamberlain have returned. They're investigating this case and have been working together for months now.
How close do you guys feel to knowing what happened to this little boy?
The two of us feel fairly confident in our theory. Problem is, there's always wild cards.
So what do we know about Kenny's death? We know he was out bird hunting near Booker Road with other boys.
He had a kind of Red Ryder style BB guns, and at some point these boys separated and he was eventually discovered under the log, and the BB gun had been used as a weapon, and it would have required someone of some strength to have accomplished everything, or multiple people involved in it, because there were some things that would indicate that it wouldn't be something that a small child would be able to do. That's kind of where everything becomes a mystery for us.
As they review the case file, they re-interview people, hoping time reveals a new lead.
You look for these statements over and over again, and you compare them to what's said presently as opposed to what was said previously, and you look for those inconsistencies or the consistencies, and sometimes that can tell you just as much.
But even after all this time, some things won't change.
You know, when people who have something to hide, they'll tell us a partial truth, or they won't tell us the truth at all.
That's why in this case, detectives are also resubmitting evidence. The hope is that time has done them a favor in allowing technology to advance enough to show something they've never been able to uncover before.
We have some things out there now that may give us the proverbial smoking gun, where we can actually put somebody there at the scene, and we're hopeful that that's going to occur. To be a 1981 case, it's very viable. From our perspective as a cold case, it's extremely viable.
Not only would closing this case take a killer off the streets, it would bring peace to Kenny's family members who died before getting answers. That includes Kenny's mom, Patsy.
She knows that the people in that neighborhood know what happened that day, but they just don't want to say nothing. With Kenneth being dead, now his mother's dead, and it's something that James and I would like to do is to have somebody come up and give us some information so we can definitely solve this case so they both could rest in peace.
Kenny Underwood would have been 53 years old this year. Though he and his mom have passed, others, like Uncle Edward, continue in their place as the search for justice continues.
I pray God every night that something come up. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. I mean, I don't know if he's seen something in the woods or what, but he ain't deserve that.
He believes the answers will come, and time will only tell.
God gonna make it happen.
If you have any information about what happened to Kenny Underwood in 1981, call the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. In the studio, I'm Samantha Serban.